Lagos State has recorded 6.6 million residents who are eligible to vote in 2019 general elections. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) reports that the state has 245 registration areas, 8,462 polling units, and 3,669 voting points across the 20 local government areas of the state. The State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Sam Olumeku, disclosed this at a workshop on Lagos State Election Security Strategic Plan for 2019 election. The workshop was organized by Nigeria Policing Program in collaboration with INEC in Lagos State. The Administrative Secretary of the Commission, Prince Adelani Ashade, delivered the Olumeku speech at the workshop, agreed that security is key to holding a successful election. He commended the organizer of the workshop and said it will give INEC the opportunity to review, reflect, brainstorm, and re-engineer its security structure and strategy.
President Muhammadu Buhari says the All Progressive Congress (APC) deserves a re-election in 2019, in line with the achievements of the APC's led federal government. Buhari issued a statement at the Interfaith Conference on Religious Harmony in Nigeria, organized by the Interfaith Initiative for Peace, where he advised religious leaders and traditional rulers to encourage their members and subjects to read every political manifesto carefully and vote wisely in the 2019 general election. He urged religious leaders to desist from partisan politics in order not to lose their value in the society. The president says he hopes and prays that they perform better in the polling stations and to see peaceful conclusion of the entire progress without resulting into a negative use of religion and ethnicity. On the other hand, he appeals to all politicians to discharge their various political responsibility with integrity, bearing in mind that they will one day give account to God Almighty, and that he is proud that the country has moved on. The era of free money, lack of transparency, and accountability is over. From Abuja, Osadari Zedomi reporting.
The Deputy Senate President, Ike Kerimadu, is currently rallying support of Southeast leaders to back the choice of Peter Obi as the vice presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party in 2019 presidential election. Both Ike Kerimadu and Peter Obi were top favorites considered by Atiku Abubakar as running mate in 2019 presidential election, with Obi getting the nod. However, the Southeast political leaders comprising the zone PDP governors, National Assembly caucus, and Board of Trustee member and other party leaders rose from a meeting over the weekend complaining that they were not consulted over the choice of Obi, a former governor of Anambra State. At the meeting, Ekemadu calmed the aggrieved leader of the Southeast and asked them to support the choice of Obi, who is seemed to have been better received outside the Southeast than his own constituency. It will be recalled that the Southeast voted en masse for Atiku Abubakar during the last PDP presidential primary. The national chairman of the United Progressive Party (UPP), Sheikh Okorie, has supported the travel ban on 50 high-profile individuals in the country by President Muhammadu Buhari. He pointed out the order was a punitive measure for those who put the country in this critical condition. According to him, it was a welcome development which Nigerians should appreciate and applaud the government for. He said the timing of the implementation of the Executive Order 6 should not matter since there was no stipulated time for fighting corruption. In a statement over the weekend, Okere said when Buhari issued that order, it was challenged in the court, and the court made a pronouncement that it was right to give the order. The time he gave the order is inconsequential here. We are talking about fighting corruption. United Democratic Party governorship candidate in Enugu State, Pastor Donatus Ozemina, says if elected as the governor, he will pay adequate attention to youth development in the state. UDP governorship candidate stated this in a chat with journalists at the national headquarters of the party in Abuja. Pastor Ozemina said his government will alleviate the suffering of the youth and the entire people of the state.
But when I started visiting home, I started seeing the suffering of the mass. I started seeing the suffering of the youth. I started seeing joblessness. I started seeing that the youths are always used and dumped and picked up every 4 years. I started seeing some people instigating that division is the solution to the problems our people face. I did not think so. I came home because I have a firm belief that we can still be one, coexist, and still be a prosperous nation. In fact, to be honest with you, I wanted to go for the presidency. But I know coming from abroad and jumping to that level is going to be a tough sell. So I decided I should make a difference. I've had a lot of experiences abroad with my ministry.
The governorship candidate of the UDP said he asked what it takes to unseat the incumbent governor because people are tired of fake promises.
Talking with people, I know that I have a great chance because people are tired of the same old thing. Because it is said, when you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, it is called insanity, isn't it? So we are tired of doing the same thing. We had only 2 options. In my state, there has been only 1 option. And we have been doing and complaining. It is time for change. It is time for the kind of life our people desire. It is time that we bring the things that we take for granted abroad, bring it home. It is time we put God first. It is time we have stable electricity. It is time we have the security.
From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting.
A Nigerian team by the name Nonso Mojike is relying on goodwill of his school friends in Ireland to escape deportation from the country. According to the Jewish Examiner, the 14-year-old teen who has lived in Ireland for 11 years is afraid to be sent back to his home country, Nigeria. Nonso's friend at Telamori College has reportedly traveled to Lisa's house to deliver a 22,000 signature petition to Justice Minister Charlie Flanagan to allow his family to continue living in Ireland. Reports state that the teen's father passed away in the year 2006, causing his mother to move down to Ireland in the following year with his brothers, and he has lived 11 years in Ireland. The Irish Examiner confirms that only the minister has the power to keep Nonso where he belongs with his friends and community who love and care for him in Talamari.